So, good morning everyone. Today I'm with Karen Worley. Karen Worley is the General Manager for EVES in the Bay of Plenty, and it's been an interesting few weeks.
Certainly has, David, but it feels like things have moved on quite nicely over the last week or so since Level 1 was announced, so yeah, quite excited.
So tell us about that.
Yeah, sure. So over the lockdown period, our people still worked quite hard, not just in the real estate business, but actually in caring about their clients and making sure that everybody was safe and doing what they needed to do. But in the process, they also carried on with their real estate business. So I'm talking about doing appraisals on properties, getting properties ready for the market. Because what we knew was that there were a number of buyers that had properties that they had sold prior to lockdown that had conditions that needed to be fulfilled that couldn't be fulfilled during lockdown, but they would be in a position to buy once they came back out of level 2. Back into level 2, sorry, and so we had this real bubble of people that we knew was going to create a little bit of a tsunami and be in the market. So we needed the stock to make sure that we could satisfy those people. So that's exactly as we predicted. That's exactly what has happened. Okay. So we've seen people too who have made changes in their thinking during that COVID period, where they had time to do lots of research, to look at their own personal situation right now, and to decide whether or not the property that they were currently residing in was actually their future. So we've seen this massive groundswell of buyers coming to the market, and that's been evidenced too through a lot of our managers are telling me that they're spending lots of time presenting multiple offers on properties. So where a good property's come to the market, there's been a number of buyers for that property and they're presenting multiple offers. And similarly for auction properties, we probably took off much quicker than we thought we would through live streaming. And so our auctions success rates right up there. In fact, under the hammer it's around 50% at the moment, which is pretty good given the current market. So, and we're seeing pre-auction offers happening. So again, buyers desperate to get into properties.
Right. And just for people listening who perhaps aren't familiar with the auction process, the way in which Karen and her team runs that is a three-phase process. So she'd mentioned pre-auction offers, which are quite likely and realistic and happening.
Yes.
Then the auctions that she's talking about, that's selling 50% of which are selling under the hammer, and then many more sell in phase 3, which is after the auction. And generally that's only because those purchasers weren't in a cash position.
Correct.
So they needed finance or some other condition to be met.
That's right. And in fact, last week, I think, immediately after auction, so we sold 3 under the hammer, and then another 7 had offers on them immediately after the auction process, and 4 of those have gone under contract. Right. So they've got conditions that they need to complete.
Okay, so if I was thinking of selling right now, that should give me a lot of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. There's lots of commentators in the market at the moment, and I think that there's nothing like reality. But we are, as I said, seeing good sales happening right now, some of them well in excess of what a vendor's expectations are. We're not seeing any real drop in the market in terms of price at the moment. It's not to say that that's not to come. We don't know that yet. And of course, those sorts of things depend on employment and whatnot, and there's plenty of, again, commentary around that. But right now, there's still a real shortage of stock. Right. And there's still plenty of buyers, so definitely a good time to come to the market.
Okay, so if I'm a seller, I'm sitting out there and I'm thinking about my own situation, whatever that might be, and I'm asking myself the question, is this a good time to sell? Your message really is?
Absolutely, no question.
All right. Well, Karen, thank you very much for your time again. Always a pleasure learning from you, and I'm sure that if anybody is out there who is thinking of selling a property or even indeed buying a property, wants to know how to go about that, then feel free to contact Karen or any of her team at any time. Thank you.
Thank you.